Welcome to the Advise Show, media with a common sense approach. So there was a Flint resident that spoke to someone about the black pastors and how they sold them out to the government to cover up the water crisis before it all became public knowledge all over the country. Let's go ahead and roll this clip.
Along with the concerned pastors. And what happened, man, they just did a march so that they can put their name out there saying that they did a march so that they can get a 501c3 started. You see what I'm saying? So they can get donations donated to them. Jesse Jackson doesn't do anything for free. They ran him from his own hometown, Chicago. So why is he here marching? They got problems and issues over there. Now we talk about the concerned pastors here. I'm not saying all of them are crooked, but Snyder said in the Detroit Free Press, the best way to get the community confidence back up and know that he's working for them is to go through the church leaders. The church leaders won't say speak out against Snyder because they will keep on having secret meetings with him. If you go look in the newspaper M Live, Flint, in August, they took what they call hush-hush filters, 1,500 filters, to be quiet and not tell the people that the water was dangerous. You know, so they did that. So that lets me know y'all take a buy out anytime. You know what I'm saying?
So you said it's how many churches?
It's 73 churches here in the city of Flint. And then when we have a rally or anything, stop the violence or anything else, we can't even get two pastors out there. The reason why we can't get two pastors out there is because they pimping the community and selling them false hope. You know, they won't let other pastors come around to other pastors because they scared they might lose somebody from out of their congregation. That's money out of their pocket. You know what I'm saying? So they run a little circuit around here where this pastor go to this church and then you rob that church and then you come to my church and then, you know, I take the money from that church. There's a little circuit going on. We had a rally and I was back there with all the pastors. I thought I was at a players ball convention. They running around with minks and diamonds and rings on, kissing each other's fingers like one is the Godfather. You know, so the pastors are just as corrupt here as anywhere else, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
you can't. So the pastors are not speaking out about this right now.
The pastors, man, they in the governor's pocket. They keep on having secret meetings with him, talking about, oh, we're working on our lane, you work on your lane. I said, why won't y'all come to our rallies? The only march they've been a part of is crooked Jesse Jackson's. You know, so they don't like me, so I don't care if they can get to see this or not.
Yes, sir.
Because I tell them in their face. You know, they told me they was going to take me to court because Jamal Bryant did a telethon, about 3 weeks ago and said that he was sending 100% of the donations. Now, he got 90 million viewers over in 200 countries. He said that he's going to send the donations to the concerned pastors here in Flint, undisclosed amount. So I started asking for transparency. Where's the money? How much was it? They got mad and said they was taking me to court. Well, then sue me. I still want to see where the money is. I'm not afraid of them, man. And see, everybody here in Flint, Flint lives in a bubble, and they're afraid to speak out because, you know, they're afraid to get killed or they're going to take the little bit that they do have. Well, you're already living on the bottom. What else can they take from you? You know what I'm saying? Speak out. Be strong. You know, stand up for who you are. It's time out, man, for not speaking up. It's time out.
So you've seen the children. You've seen the blacks, the whites, and you've seen what's going on with the children and with how it's affecting them.
Right. I see them every day, man. You know, I'm out here every day beating the pavement, trying to get people to stand up.
Is the bottled water helping?
And the bottled water is unregulated, man.
Now, everything this man said doesn't surprise me. You know why it doesn't surprise me? Because we have seen, even all the way back to slavery, that the black pastor was used to control the slaves. They were used to get inside the black community constantly. Even Margaret Sanger, when she was doing her Negro project, she went through them black preachers to do it. Hillary Clinton, how does she get into the black community? She goes through these black preachers. They see the black preacher as their doorway in the black community. And a lot of black people look at their preachers like they're some sort of elevated status in society, which I don't understand why, but they do. No, they should be no different than you and I, correct? But that's how some black people look at them. And this stuff that's constantly coming out by Flint, and about, he said, mentioned Jesse Jackson. He mentioned, you know, how the preachers got filters when the people did not have anything. A lot of these preachers don't deserve to have a 501c3. A lot of them just looking out for self. And you see how it's evident in a lot of these churches, how nothing improves. Nobody's coming to the church. The same people been there. They stuck in their tradition. They stuck in their ways. And you wonder why a lot of younger people don't want to hear talk about the current churches that we have going on today. They want to hear things that are real. They want to see things that are real. They've been exposed a lot more to a whole lot more things, and you can't really trick them on a whole lot of things like you can trick people from a different generation. You see, a lot of people are woken up to a lot of things, and it has nothing to do with believing in God. It has something to do with people are not fooling with you if you fake. They're not doing that mess. And until a lot of black people wake up and realize, not all of them, of course, but a lot of these preachers are not for your own benefit. How is it that you're giving them billions of dollars every week and nothing happens? They're not creating jobs. They're not doing anything better for you. You got some preachers want $65 million jets. You have some that's riding in Bentleys, and why are you doing what? What are you doing? You don't have a Bentley. You don't have none of that stuff. And if you have anything to say about it, you're wrong. You don't talk about the man or woman of God. You don't do that. But if someone is teaching you something, shouldn't you look like they're teaching? How is it they the only one looking like $1 million but not you? How is it that the preacher got the filter and not you? It's just a simple question. Number one, I could do that to people. If I know something is wrong, I'm not going to sit here and watch people get hurt. People's health go to crap. I'm not going to do that. Because number one, the Bible teaches to treat others the way you want to be treated. Number two, we all know about karma, or what the Bible teaches, seed time and harvest time. It's the same thing. Whatever you do to somebody, you'll get back. They don't think they're not going to get that back. Somebody do something to them. And you wonder why you see all these strange things happen to some of these black preachers. Getting shot in their churches, getting beat up, getting caught in scandals, all kind of other stuff. They getting exposed now. And it's just them being exposed one more time. And they try to hide what these preachers are doing. They try to. Every time. The media don't want to blast these preachers. They don't. Because they blast them too much, then it's not going to be their way into the black community to keep tricking them and keep their politicians going in there doing what they want to do. It's all a game. You say these preachers are like a player's ball. And that's sad, but they won't come and show up for stop the violence events within the community. That says a lot. If you go to a church and you don't see anything good coming out of it, why are you going there? If you go into a church and you giving to a church and you don't see jobs being created for the people, or the homeless being fed, programs, all kind of things being done with those funds, why do you keep doing that? That's one thing the black community have bad. We throw all our money into the black church and we get really nothing back in return on a lot of it. And I'm sorry. Now, some people say, well, you shouldn't be giving to get. Well, you know what? When you give, if you're giving it to the right people, they're going to have to turn around and do for you. That's part of it. So why is it that it's okay for some of you to have these big pastor appreciation things and giving the preacher everything in the world, but you have nothing? That's just what I'm saying. And you'll give your last. You have these people convince you to give your light bill money up. Your lights is off, you know. And anybody with sense would say, no, pay your light bill first. If you get it, you know, another time and you're able, then hey, we'll work with you on that if that's what y'all want to do. But come on now. I mean, this stuff is just, with these preachers doing this stuff, how wrong it is, how they could have blew the whistle, how they could have took the lead, how they could have done so much. And really, when the preacher talk, more people would listen to them than anybody else. But like he said, they don't want to mess up what they got coming in. And a lot of times it's for selfish reasons. It's not to try to help the community or build something that's going to make the community better or provide jobs or doing. No, it's all about what I can look like in a competition, as he said in Flint, well, who got the best looking suits and cars and looking like a player's ball. This stuff is just really sickening, what's happening to the people in Flint. Nobody going to jail. The governor didn't go to jail. Nothing. But all these people and kids are sick, poisoned, and messed up for the rest of their lives. This stuff is sick. And this stuff going on right here in America. Let me tell you something. Flint is a litmus test to what some of these people are trying to do in this country. Because they don't believe good water should be afforded to the poor. They feel there should only be a water to the affluent. And that's really sad. Make sure you check the description box. There's a link to the studio we're building as one campaign. Check it out. Support the campaign as we build a new studio, something that we would do together. Hit me up in the comments, shoot the commentaries, subscribe.